Rebecca to the rescue. It'd been a few miserable weeks for Gordon. First his boiler nearly exploded, then a new engine called Rebecca came and took over the express part-time, and now, after borrowing Rebecca from the sheds, Sir Topham Hatt had him pull trucks as a punishment. Finally, after 2 long and dirty weeks, Gordon's punishment ended. The next morning, when Gordon arrived at the station, he got quite a surprise.
"What's this? Where are my coaches?"
shouted Gordon impatiently. "Oh, good morning, Gordon," called Rebecca. "What are you doing here so early? Don't you have a goods train to take?"
"I'll have you know, my goods duty has ended, and I'm here for my express."
"Oh, well, actually, so am I. Sir Topham Hatt asked me to take it again this morning." "Good morning, Rebecca," peeped Percy. "Hello, Percy." Gordon just gasped.
"This is an outrage! He told me yesterday I could have the express back today." "I think you'll find I know what I'm doing, Gordon,"
said Sir Topham Hatt.
"The passengers love how smooth Rebecca has been, so she's going to be taking the express for a few more days. Gordon, there's a goods train needing to go to Vickerstown. You can take it as soon as Rebecca leaves with the express." "Oh, yes, sir,"
groaned Gordon, and he pulled away from the station.
It's a shame,
muttered Gordon as he traveled down the line with his train.
"Rebecca thinks she could come in here and take my job, as if I'm suddenly irrelevant. It's disgraceful, that's what it is. Disgraceful!"
"Oh, come on now," said his driver. "Sir Topham knows what he's doing. Just put up with the trucks for a few more days." Meanwhile, Rebecca arrived at the big station, where Flying Scotsman was waiting for her passengers. "Ah, good morning, Rebecca. I thought Gordon was taking the express today," said Flying Scotsman. "So did I, but Sir Topham Hatt asked me to pull it this morning." "Well, just between us, I'm glad it's you. At least you're not completely full of yourself." "Oh, well, I kind of feel sorry for him." "Well, look who we have here," chuckled Scotsman. "It looks like Gordon, but it can't be. My little brother is a high-speed express engine. He would never pull such a dirty goods train." Gordon didn't say a word, as Scotsman only laughed at him. "Well, I must be off," said Rebecca, and she puffed out of the station, with a lot on her mind. That night, Gordon returned to the sheds, feeling miserable. "Oh, Gordon, whatever's the matter?" asked Edward kindly. "I don't want to talk about it." "Oh, Gordon, you're not just going to fix your problem by moping around. Do something about it." "Now hold on. There's nothing he can really do, but just be patient." "What he needs to do is show that Rebecca up for stealing his train and his dignity." "Absolutely not," insisted Edward. "Are you completely forgetting what happened 2 weeks ago? Are you really going to do it again?" "Not the same thing, obviously," put in Gordon. "It keeps getting worse, Edward. First his goods duty is extended, and before you know it, he'll be a permanent goods engine." "James is right, Edward. I've got to try something. I'll do it myself this time." The next morning, Gordon collected his goods train and even shunted his own coaches. He put them all together and pulled them to the platform. "When Sir Topham Hatt sees how much I can handle all on my own, there'll be no need for her anymore." Just then Edward bustled in. He was shocked. "Gordon, I warned you not to do anything like this. This train looks absolutely ridiculous. You'll never get this lot started, much less get it over the hill." "You underestimate me, little Edward. I'm the superior express engine, and I can handle this load better than anyone else. Just you wait and see." And with the blow of the guard's whistle and the wave of the green flag, Gordon and his long train was off. Just as Gordon had left, Rebecca arrived. "What on earth is he doing?" shouted Rebecca. Something very silly indeed, replied Edward. Gordon feels as if you came here sully to replace him, and now he's trying to prove he can handle the work for both of you on his own.
Oh, Edward, this is all my fault. I should have never come here in the first place.
Rubbish! You came here because Gordon can't even handle more than 1 or 2 express runs a day anymore. You know, he nearly blew himself up before you arrived.
Oh dear, I hope he doesn't hurt himself now.
A few minutes later, the station master ran up. Quickly now, there's an emergency! One of Gordon's side rods came off and got caught onto him. He's derailed on the viaduct. We need an engine to rescue him and his train. Rebecca, can you do it?
I'll try, sir,
said Rebecca, and she hurried off to the rescue. On the viaduct, Gordon was in a predicament. He had been going way too fast, and now he was off the rails and leaning dangerously over the edge. Soon, Rebecca arrived.
Oh, thank goodness! Help me!
Cried Gordon.
Don't worry, Gordon. We'll have you back on the rails in just a moment.
Rebecca?
Interrupted Gordon.
Oh no, I don't think so. You'll probably push me off.
Oh, don't be silly. I'm getting you back on the rails, and that's that.
First, Rebecca pulled away the trucks and coaches. Then she came back and buffered up to Gordon. Her fireman coupled her on, and she pulled with every ounce of steam she had.
You can't do it,
groaned Gordon.
I will do it,
strained Rebecca.
You can't do it.
I will do it.
And with one last effort, Rebecca pulled Gordon back onto the safety of the rails. Gordon was speechless.
Rebecca, thank you,
stuttered Gordon.
No thanks necessary. Now, let me help you to the station.
And she went back for the coaches and trucks and coupled back up to Gordon, and the 2 big engines set off. Soon, Gordon and Rebecca made it to the station. They had a long talk as they steamed in.
You see, Gordon, I wasn't trying to replace you. I came to help you.
I can see that now. I'm sorry for the way I acted towards you. It wasn't very dignified of me.
Oh, think nothing of it.
Well, look what rolled in,
laughed Scotsman.
Well, little brother, first you let Rebecca steal your express. Then you let her push you around.
You know, Scotsman, why don't you leave Gordon alone? Said Rebecca indignantly. He's been through quite a lot lately, and he doesn't need you making things worse. And anyway, I don't see why you keep calling Gordon little brother. You look the same size to me. If anything, I think Gordon looks bigger.
Flying Scotsman didn't say anything after that.
Thank you for that,
whispered Gordon.
Now, Rebecca, I think I might need a push to the works.
Well, I think I can manage that, laughed Rebecca, and she puffed away, taking Gordon with her. The 2 engines are now good friends. After Gordon was repaired, he went back to pulling the express part-time with Rebecca. The 2 engines keep each other good company, and they always enjoy seeing each other out on the main line.
Rebecca? Oh no, I don't think so. You'll probably push me off.
Don't be silly. I'll get you back on the rails. Eventually.
Wait, what?